Hey guys, Thunder E here, and we're looking at the Nuu Z8. This is a budget phone from a company called Nuu, based in Minnesota. Now, in terms of packaging, what you have here is, in this packaging, of course, is a charger, micro USB cables, as well as also headphones, which is actually pretty cool. So that's what they give you in the packaging. But now you're wondering who's Nuu. Like I said, they're a US based company. They make low to mid-tier phones, and this is probably the highest phone in their range. This is the Z8, which retails for $299. You can find it for $279. So let's see what we have here. Now, in terms of specs, we're looking at a 5.5-inch display, MediaTek octa-core processor, clocked to 1.7. That camera is a 13 megapixel camera. It uses a Sony sensor in there with LED flash. The battery is about 2650 milliamps. Now, internal storage, you're getting 32 gigabytes. You can expand it via micro SD up to 64, and it is running Android 5.0. So that is what you have in terms of packaging. Now, talking about the build quality here, it's a pretty solid device just in terms of build. A little bit bulkier, but of course it's not, massive. It's got a nice finish at the back. It's a plastic back cover which is removable, so you can swap out the battery if you choose to. But it's got a nice finish to it. The speaker grill's at the back, and the camera, as I mentioned, is 13 megapixels. Now, the battery life is pretty good, even though it's 2650. It does handle very well. Display 5.5-inch 1080p display, capacitive front-facing buttons. That's a nice LED indicator at the bottom there of the home button, so that actually lights up. Now, the back cover is removable, showing you that this is a dual SIM device, which means you can put 2 SIM cards, expand your memory on there. And overall, you've got some really good performance from this. We'll check in a second. Let's talk about the camera, what kind of quality we get from the camera. So images are okay in daylight. This is actually a low setting here. We're taking some pictures outside. It does a good job. I mean, if you're standing outside and you want to take some pictures, you can do a good job with this. It may vary from place to place, but it still handles well enough. Now, in terms of video, records at 1080p. This is where the camera kind of falters a bit because there's no OIS, it just has EIS on there, so of course it's going to be shaky. Even though this is sunset there, it still manages to capture well enough. It's not the best camera, and this is not something you're looking for the camera capabilities. It does a good enough job to capture what you need to capture, and that's pretty much it. So you're not looking at this to do something fantastic in terms of video recording or image capture, although they do have some image modes that you can go through, where of course you can do a dual picture mode with the front and rear cameras at the same time. Now, in terms of gaming, you've got that octa-core processor with 2 gigs of RAM, and I have to say it handles games pretty well, especially games that are intensive as this. So I'm going to keep quiet for a while so you guys can actually watch the gameplay and also listen to the audio from the speakers to see how well these sound. Now, talking about operating system here, it's running Android 5.0. It's really fast and fluid. I will give them that even though running a MediaTek processor, 2 gigs of RAM, Android Lollipop, you do get a very smooth operating experience. The other thing too is the battery life on here is pretty solid. You've got a lot of options in the operating system in terms of things that you can actually do. At least it feels like it's closer to stock Android than most of the companies you would find. So I like that about it there. I think they've done a very good enough job, and as I mentioned, the battery life is really good. At 2650 milliamps, you're getting really solid performance. You also got things like system gestures for tap to wake up, open camera, shake to light, things like that make it easier to use and navigate this device. So Nuu has done a decent job with this, but the one thing that I fear is that this doesn't warrant the price. It's priced at $279 in the many devices that it really comes close to, like the Nexus 5X and so. And I think this is really a device that should be sub $200. It's a good device, but I think the pricing is just wrong for what Nuu has here to offer. I'm not saying it's bad, but I think it should be in a different pricing category. All in all, though, I do like it, and I'll say if you can find this device for under $200, definitely pick it up. If you guys have any questions or any comments about the Nuu Z8, let us know. Otherwise, don't forget to like and share this video, favorite this video, do subscribe to the channel, and always enjoy your entertainment.